All right, today I have a challenge lock. We're doing things with backwards by KeylessEntry. Narayan. Let's see, pronounce it. There's the key, very up and downy. So this one came to me. I was pretty easy. Many of the pins were in upside down position, originally intentionally to make it easier when it was getting sent to someone. But so I picked it. And honestly, it wasn't a great video. I was half asleep anyway. But whatever. I took to KeylessEntry, and I'm like, I feel like some of these pins were, up the wrong way. So he agreed that they were, and so they've been rectified now. So instead, I will reassemble and pick. So here's what we've got inside, because I'm not going to cut it again afterwards. So here are our pins. So we've got some nice, like, sort of sharp spool bits here, some serrations, a bit of T-pin action, overset traps on most of our key pins. Springs are all pretty much the same. Put that down. And we have got some threading and milling on one there. We've got threading, a bit of milling there, and some threading and some milling. So lots of core mods. There's our plug, KeylessEntry number 5. Classic Lockwood oval. So yeah, there we go. Also, no one ever sees much reassembly work. It's always gutting. So good to see things happen in reverse sometimes. So let's just dump those in. Always good to use the key when you're reassembling, just to make sure you haven't mixed any pins up, put them in the wrong spots. Certainly made that mistake before. Put on the milling. All right, there we go. So that's in. It's nice having one of these holders, just because then you can like sort of stick it in and turn, and you can see that, yeah, it's not catching anywhere. Simulates what it's going to do in the lock. Handy also when you're making challenge locks for that. So we need one of these. Follow the Lockwood ones I find to be just a little bit looser. So let's just populate some springs in first. Let's see if at least one on anyway. Yeah, maybe just the two at the back to start. All right. So go, that's 1, 2. Now, there's also the benefit here that I gutted this last night. Now here I am a whole day later. I've sort of shown off these pins, but let's be honest, I'm not going to remember what's in this thing as soon as I've got it together, or what was in which slot really. So it's not going to be an entirely blind pick, because obviously I've seen everything, but this is my first go at picking it in its correct orientations. Yeah. Oop. Chopped it. Okay. And last one. All right, that's in. Now we need a shim, just in case. And like that. Plug. Now you can see this doesn't really need a shim. Like, there's nothing to get caught there, but if I'm pushing that in and I accidentally, make a bit of a gap, pins could fall in that gap. So it's always good to use a shim anyway. Just slide that through, shim out. He's working all right. Is a bit catchy one direction, but I don't know. Sometimes keys don't like to go both ways perfectly. Whatever, it works at all, which is really all you need. So let's put this tail piece on. Let's get that started by hand. Screwdriver that in. Don't do it up tight. They don't need to be on tight. It just makes it harder to get off, and more likely someone's going to strip the screw head in future. tight enough that when you try and do it, the quarterns instead is usually fine. All right, that is assembled. Let's put all that crap out of the way. Tweezers away, followers away. I've got a pick here. Key back out. And advice, and I'm sure I had. There we go. There it is. That's the one that fits, right? Yeah. All right. I'm going to mount that in like this, trying not to scratch it too badly. I want that tail piece high up. So there we go. Oh, there goes the date. I didn't even look at the back until now. Ended up 2nd of June 2020. All right. I'll go that way. I don't remember which way I went last time, but that'll do. All right, so 1 click, 2, 3, feels good now. 4, rotate. 5. Okay, that feels better. One, 2. Sometimes you're actually stuck on a pin in front. However, ups and downs in this and the improved pins, it is possible. I need to switch to different pick, but I think this one should do it. Not feeling super confident there. Where's the deforest? Yeah, that's better. Just with the extremes of this bitting, the thinner Shanghai is going to come in handy there. Possible we've overset something in here already. I'm going to actually reset all the way. I'm going to try going the other direction. We'll start off using the smaller pick all the way this time. All right, there was nice down the end. Oh, okay, defossed. Alright, so just peeling through for any counter rotation. Yep, definitely on 1 there. Set that. Now I know there's counter milling in here, which can make counter rotation much harder to detect. So you need to look for subtler things sometimes. want something that's way more solid so you can really Bar is slightly too loose for this, I think. All right, gotta click out of that. Click there. Maybe that was 4. Feels like it must have been 4. All right, count that there. Got it. Oop. Now we are in a quite deep pulse set, which can also make feedback hard to feel. Oh, counter. There it is, though. Pulse off tension there. That's a lot of pulse set. Feels like it's there. You can sort of see that tension and wiggling, but I've just checked that we're not actually just pushing on something in front. No, it does feel like that one. Got it. There it is. And we're just hitting the cam on the back there. All right, and there it is, clearly picked. So that is Narayan assembled and then picked. So there you go. Very nice bitting. Nice mods. Quite interactive.